One Piece. Story was made by Eiichiro Oda. Chapter 24, Things That You Can't Lie About. Within Syrup Village, where the rooftops seemed to touch the sky as clouds drifted lazily overhead over the quaint houses. Amidst this idyllic scene, three young friends, Pimon, Ninjin, and Tamanegi, moved with purpose. Their footsteps were hushed, as if the very air held secrets they dared not disturb. They were on a mission to the cozy restaurant that beckoned with its inviting aroma. As they placed their backs against the restaurant, the trio paused, their hearts pounding in unison. Their eyes met, exchanging silent determination in their mission. Pimon's voice trembled with anxiety. "The pirates really went in here, right, Tamanegi?" he confirmed. He nodded resolutely as he pointed his finger inside the building. "Yup, I saw them. The pirates lured the captain in here. We gotta save him," Tamanegi declared. Beside them, Ninjin wavered in his words. "But real pirates are savages. We might get eaten." With a courageous flair, Pimon shot back. "No, it's cave witches that eat people, you nerd. Now pull yourself together, Ninjin. This fight is going to be the greatest and most heroic battle since the formation of the Usopp pirate crew." With a determined nod, the three boys brandished their small wooden swords, preparing for their valiant stand. With a loud thud, the door slammed open as the three boys entered the restaurant. "The Usopp pirate crew has arrived," they declared with youthful bravado. Luffy, Zoro, and Nami, seated at a table inside, turned their attention to the unexpected entrance. Nami's curiosity shone in her gaze as she asked, "Who's that?" "I don't know." "Who are they?" Luffy replied honestly through the tension. Yet as the boy's eyes scanned the room, realization dawned like a storm cloud. "Wait, the captain isn't here?" Tamanegi's voice quivered with anxiety. Maybe they got him." Fear tightened its grip on the young Usopp crew, but they rallied their courage. Their voices rose with their wooden swords lifted high in the air. Hey, pirates! What have you done with our Captain Usopp? Give the captain back!" they demanded. Amid this commotion, Luffy's voice drifted with contentment, as if the world's problems could be solved with a full stomach. "That meat was delicious!" The boys' panic intensified. "What? Meat? You mean the captain?" they exclaimed with desperation. Nami's smile glimmered through the commotion as Zoro interjected. "If it's your captain you want," he relaxed against the table as he made a bold statement. "We just ate him." The room fell into silence, save for the sharp intake of breath from the young boys. Their cries echoed in unison as their gaze shifted towards Nami. "Ah, cave witch!" "Why are you looking at me?" Nami retorted. The boys fell like dominoes with their brave fronts shattered against the floor. "You say the stupidest things!" Nami's frustration blended with Zoro's chuckles. Eventually, the storm of emotions subsided. The Usopp pirates picked themselves up. "It's time?" they questioned to the traveling pirates. Zoro's nod confirmed their query. "Yeah, he said that and then he left," Pimon explained. "Oh yeah, it must have been time to go to the mansion." Nami's curiosity sparked again. "Is that the mansion with the bedridden girl?" she inquired. Ninjin's confirmation came with a solemn nod. "Yup." "What's he gonna do?" Luffy asked. The chorus of young voices rose, excitement mingling with mischief. "Lie!" Luffy was confused. "Isn't that bad?" With fervent conviction, the young pirates defended their stance. "It's not bad, it's great, right? Yeah, it's great." As the room settled, Luffy's puzzlement lingered despite the boys' affirmation to their captain. Amidst the village landscape stood the mansion, a grand two-story structure that exuded an air of elegance. At the mansion, many large paneled windows surrounded the building as a regal golden family crest proclaimed itself at the center of the estate. Crowned with a vibrant blue rooftop, the mansion was surrounded by steel bars and a formidable gate. Inside this mansion, a figure emerged from the shadows. His presence commanded attention, his black suit adorned with intricate golden markings that bespoke a position of authority. Underneath his suit, he wore a gray shirt with a meticulously curled collar lay beneath the suit, accentuated by a standard black tie. His hair, as dark as midnight, was combed with precision, as he wore circular glasses that was perched upon his nose. In his right hand, a pristine white serviette rested on his arm. This was Klahador, the mansion's butler. "You want to see Usopp?" "Not again," the butler warned her. "Why not? I want to talk to him," Kaya responded. Klahador's professionalism remained unshaken. "I cannot allow it. How many times must I say this? He is the most rebellious, no-good rascal in the village. Talking with him would be a bad influence to you." Defiance sparked in Kaya's eyes as she retorted. "Cheapskate!" Klahador's rejoinder was cool, calculated. "Yes, a cheapskate indeed. Say what you will. It will not make it any better for you. For a young mistress as delicate as yourself, Usopp's ridiculous tales are far too stimulating." "I'm perfectly fine." Kaya stood her ground. Klahador's palms gently tugged his glasses as he pressed earnestly. "Please hear me out. I was instructed by your dear departed parents. They ordered me to keep you safe, Mistress Kaya. That's why I even hired guards, just to ensure your safety." Silence enveloped the room as Kaya absorbed his words. "Yes, I know. It is all for your sake, mistress." Klahador tugged his glasses. "Yes, I know," Kaya remembered. The mansion butler's demeanor softened as he prepared her requirements. "I am glad you understand. Your medicine is right here. Please take it." "I know." Kaya's admission was a whisper as the weight of her obligations pressed upon her. As Klahador departed, the room's atmosphere shifted. Kaya's gaze turned towards the window, her heart skipping a beat at the familiar rhythm of two knocks. With a sense of delight, she opened the window and saw Usopp on the other side. "Hey, lifeless as usual, I see," Usopp teased playfully. With regret and fondness, Kaya responded, "I'm sorry. I wanted you to come inside as a guest, but Klahador just won't allow it. He's not a bad person, really." Usopp smiled as he politely refused. "Nah, I'm fine out here. Can't breathe in that stuffy house. And besides, I'm a valiant warrior of the sea," he proclaimed. Laughter danced in Kaya's eyes as she responded. "So what adventure is today's story about?" Usopp's expression shifted to one of contemplation, his voice adopting a whimsical tone. "Let's see, today will be the time when I was 5 and I fought a giant goldfish from the southern seas." "A goldfish?" Kaya replied with disbelief. Usopp's eyes sparkled with mischief as he wove his tale. "The first thing that surprised me was how huge and long its poop was. It was so big I thought it was an island and actually landed on it." Kaya laughed as she listened to Usopp's adventures, bit by bit. Back at the village's cozy restaurant, the group huddled together as they discussed about Usopp. "I get it. He's a good guy," Luffy declared, finally aligning with the situation. "So for over a year, he's been going to her house to make up stories and get her to feel better." Nami contemplated. The affirmation was met with approval, each member of the group adding their unique perspective. "I like the captain's noisiness," Ninjin remarked. "I like his bossiness," Piman chimed in. Tamanegi added, "I like his instigating." Zoro's calm demeanor belied his acknowledgement. "Sounds like he gets lots of adoration around here." Undeterred, Luffy said with enthusiasm, "So maybe the mistress feels better already," he speculated. Ninjin confirmed his remark. "Oh yeah, a lot better, thanks to the captain." Luffy's declaration shattered any lingering doubts. With a triumphant leap from his seat, he rallied his companions. "All right then, let's go to the mansion and get our boat." "No, didn't I tell you to give up on that already?" Nami retorted. The sun bathed the mansion's iron gates in a warm glow as Luffy, Zoro, Nami, and the young Usopp pirates arrived. They quickly fixed their eyes against the imposing entrance that stood before them. "Hello?" Luffy's voice rang out. "One boat, please," he added, as his words echoing in the air. The moments passed without a response, the air thick with anticipation. Then, with a sudden burst of energy, Luffy hoisted himself over the gate. "Okay, let's go in," he muttered. Piman couldn't help but address Luffy's impulsiveness. "Does the word greeting mean anything to you?" he asked. Beside Piman, Nami sighed, worrying about his nature. "Nothing stops him," she mused with frustration. Zoro agreed. "Yup, all you can do is follow along," he observed. Inside the mansion's walls, a timid butler with lamb-like features approached the main butler, with his white curly hair resembling a lamb's fleece. Adjusting his glasses with his palms, Klahador responded to his colleague's report with surprise. "What? Trespassers? What happened to the guards?" he demanded, his tone laced with concern. The lamb-like servant explained. "Sir, they're at lunch right now," he reported. In another part of the mansion, Usopp entertained the inquisitive Kaya with his stories, his words painting vivid images of adventure. Among his tales, one stood out, prompting Kaya's curiosity. "So what about the goldfish?" she inquired, her eyes twinkling with interest. With dramatic flair, Usopp concluded, "I cut it up into pieces and brought it to the land of the little people, where they are still eating it to this day. And once again, in recognition of my great deeds, the people praised me just like some—" But his narration was abruptly interrupted by a chorus of young voices exclaiming, "Captain!" "Yes, Captain," he acknowledged to his story. As his eyes fell on the newly arrived pirates, he couldn't help but question, "Why are you all here?" The young boys pointed to Luffy as their guide. "This guy told us to bring him here." Kaya, drawn by the commotion, peered into view, piquing her curiosity. "Who is that?" she inquired. With unbridled enthusiasm, Luffy introduced himself. "Oh, so you're the mistress," he proclaimed. Usopp, never one to be outdone, moved to Luffy's side, his arm draped over his shoulder in a show of camaraderie. "These suckers here have heard the rumors and traveled the long and tiring road to reach me," he announced, his confidence unshakable. "New members of the Usopp pirate crew," he confessed with pride. "Wait, I mean no," Luffy added. Kaya was taken aback with intrigue. "A request? Of me?" she questioned. "Yeah!" Luffy's voice brimmed with joy as he widened his arms open. "We want a big, huge boat!" "What are you doing here?" Klahador demanded as he confronted the unexpected visitors. "You can't simply barge into the mansion like this," he continued. Usopp's expression shifted from his earlier bravado to a mix of discomfort and uncertainty. As the tension mounted, every eye fixed on the mansion's butler. Kaya attempted to intercede. "Listen, Klahador, these people are—" But Klahador brushed aside her attempt at explanation, his focus solely on the newcomers. "I do not care," he declared, his tone unyielding. "If there is a reason, I will hear it afterwards. Now please leave, all of you. Or is there something you want to say?" Luffy's response was simple and direct. "Yeah, I want a boat," he stated. "No," Klahador replied. With his sharp eyes fixing on the young pirate's distinctive long nose, the butler spoke out. "You there? You're Usopp?" he inquired with suspicion. "I've heard the rumors about you. You have quite a reputation in town." Usopp, not one to shy away from recognition, offered a gracious reply. "Oh, why thank you. You may call me Captain Usopp if you wish. As a means to show your respect," he responded with pride. Klahador, unimpressed, pushed further. "The guards tell me they catch sight of you around here every once in a while," he continued, his words measured. "Is there a reason for that?" Caught off guard, Usopp stumbled over his words, attempting to concoct an explanation. "Ah, yes. Well, you see, I saw this legendary mole burrow under the mansion, so I went searching." Klahador chuckled briefly as he points out, "I see that you certainly do like to flap your tongue," he commented. "I have heard about your father as well," he added, his gaze sharpening. "You're only the son of a filthy pirate. I wouldn't put anything past you. Do not come near the mistress anymore." Zoro and Nami watched the interaction unfold as Luffy suddenly thought aloud, "His dad was a pirate?" Usopp stumbled back, enraged by his comment. "Did you say filthy?" he comments. "You and the mistress live different worlds. Is it money you want? How much?" Klahador mocked. Kaya couldn't hold it any longer as she shouts, "That's enough, Klahador! Apologize to Usopp!" she demanded. But Klahador continued mocking him. "Whatever would I apologize to this uncivilized brute for, mistress? I am simply stating the truth. I feel sorry for you. You hate him, don't you? The foolish, treasure-mad father who left his family and the village behind." "Klahador!" the mistress shouted again, but Usopp was not about to let Klahador's insults slide. His anger ignited. He demanded, "Don't you dare say another word about my father!" Undeterred, Klahador continued his mockery, his tone dripping with condescension. "Why are you getting so worked up about this? How sad. I expected you would make up another of your special little lies, such as my father was actually a traveling salesman, or we're not really related. In a fury of rage, Usopp leaped up and demanded, "Shut up!" as he punches the butler across the face with his right hook. Except for the pirates, Kaya and the three young boys watched in shock as the scene unfolds before their eyes. Klahador picks himself from the ground, trying to adjust his glasses as he demonstrated, "See that? So quick to violence! Like father, like son!" "Be quiet!" Usopp thundered as he declared. "I'm proud that my dad was a pirate! I'm proud that he was a valiant warrior of the sea! Just like you say, I am a troublemaker. But I cannot pretend that I'm not proud of my pirate blood. I am the son of a pirate!" As the area absorbed Usopp's fervent declaration, Luffy's memory stirred. "Oh yeah, him. Now I remember," he murmured, his words a foreshadowing of deeper revelations to come.